Okay, in this video we're checking out the Predator Z51. This is a beginner RC airplane, 2-channel operation, so only throttle and right and left turns. So it's controlled by these two motors here via differential thrust. Not a whole lot of assembly, no glue needed this time in this one. Just 3 screws here on the bottom that hold the main wing on, and then 2 screws in the back that hold the tailpiece on, and that's pretty much it. You got a small, I think it's a 300 milliamp hour LiPo with a proprietary connector. Not sure where the spare batteries are, but you could probably swap that out for like a micro low-C. And then you just have a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter here with some trim controls and just, again, throttle only and right and left turns. There's also a rate button here on the top. That's pretty much it, so let's get this up in the air, see how it flies. Track's really straight. On the turns you do need to apply a little more throttle. There is a gyro in here stabilizing it, so you'll keep it nice and level. This one has no problems doing left or right turns. Looks really nice in the air. Alright, so I'm going to put it up in the high rate now. And it bounced up a little bit there. I think the throttle might have went up a little bit. It's weird. So the throttle's a little more sensitive in the high rate. You got to be a little more careful how you use it. You do have to apply it in the turns because it does drop altitude, but then as you come out of the turn, you do have to let off the throttle a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to do those little like kind of flies up and down like that. Otherwise, it looks really stable in the air. Not a whole lot of wind right now, so it's flying really nice. Oh, it bounced off the ground there. Nice. So yeah, I think that if you apply too much throttle, it will nose up quite a bit, and then it will basically take a dive there because I think it's stalling. So you do have to watch the throttle usage. So in the instructions it says if it tails up a little bit too much, you can bend the fuselage a little bit down like this. This is made of EPP, so it is a little bit flexible, so maybe this will help a little bit. Because now it wants to go down. Maybe if I bent it a little bit too much. All right, let's just launch it a little more straight. There it goes. So it turns better in high rates, but the throttle is more sensitive. Supposedly the battery life on this is about 20 minutes. I'm not going to be flying it for that long. I've got other stuff I got to do, but I think this will fly really nice in these calm wind conditions. I'm not sure how it'll do in bumpy conditions. It does have a stabilizer on there, so I think the stabilizer just works to stabilize it in the left and right directions, or in the roll axis. It's doing the little stalls again. So you do have to be careful on the throttle, otherwise you'll get into those stall dives. So I think I might just fly it in low rates here from now on. Now you can see no damage. Took a pretty good nosedive there and looks totally fine. We got a little bit of wind coming from that direction over there, so I'll try and fly it into the wind over here in the middle. All right, back into the low rates. Much slower turns. The throttle isn't as sensitive, I think. Yeah, I think that's much better. It's doing those little dives again. See how stable that is there. Yeah, I think it's all about throttle management here to avoid those little stalls. Just have to kind of get used to it. As it starts going up, it starts going up. Before it goes up, you got to let off the throttle. Otherwise, it's got too much power. It keeps climbing, and then as it hits as it noses up, it then tries to stall. Again, it might be a CG issue too. I didn't, obviously the manual didn't talk about the CG at all. So it's possible that I just need to add a little bit of nose weight to prevent that from happening. It just looks like it's maybe a little tail heavy. Yeah, it just requires throttle management here. Downwind, letting you know, I guess, sort of have to figure out when to let go of the throttle and when to apply it. I think I'm starting to get used to it now. It is getting a bit windier now. You can see it's bouncing around. I think the stabilizer is helping out there for sure. Whoa. Oh, I was a little bit too fast, too low. Yeah, no damage, just a little bit more dirt. It's a bit wet there in the back. Yeah, I think the battery's actually starting to lose a little bit of power. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I think I got the hang of it, and I'll go ahead and bring it in here. Just gonna let it glide on in. Just cut the power, it just glides right in. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little beginner's RC airplane. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but honestly, it should be pretty easy for a beginner to figure this out. It's just really, I think the key is the throttle management and maybe adjusting the CG with a little bit of weight in the front. I think it'll fly really, really nice. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.